Okay, so I'm going to talk about when and how to utilize audio as instructional material. One way the audio is used as instructional material is when the instructor offers audio recordings to students. So what are some of the reasons why you might want to consider doing that? Or in what situations do you think you might consider doing that? First of all, being able to hear the sound itself is essential in some classes such as foreign language class or music class, and having oral examples really helps. Listening to a recorded speaker often requires less effort than reading a copy of the text when the content is relatively easy, and it is especially true when you are too tired to read. Audio recordings do a better job than using text in explaining important elements of images, animations, or video. It is especially true when visual channel is already used for other tasks, and that is explained by dual coding theory and cognitive load theory. Some instructors have students listen to audio lectures or watch lecture videos online before class meetings and free up class time for discussion. Or you can use audio recordings as a study aid students can review after class meetings. Also, you might want to consider using audio when listening to an event repeatedly is a big advantage. Another way that audio can be used for instruction is when students produce audio recordings. In what situations you might consider having students do that? One of the things I can think of is when assessment or feedback can be enhanced by capturing learner performance. Okay, now let's talk about weaknesses with audio for instruction. What might be some of the weaknesses of audio for instruction? In what context relying on audio too much might not be a good idea? Audio may be less effective for novice learners who have not already developed internal visual representations of the content, or for learners who are not familiar with objects being discussed. Audio is linear. It lacks some of the organizational features of the other media, like a chapter, chapters, and paragraphs in books. Another example of when you don't want to rely on audio too much is when the learner must maintain a significant number of chunks of information in working memory. But it should be noted that many of these weaknesses might be mitigated by enhancing audio with still images or written materials. So now let's talk about different strategies you can employ to make audio more effective. The most obvious one is make audio as clear and uncluttered as possible. Increase signal-to-noise ratio. Eliminate or reduce competing sounds to create figure-ground contrast. Use clear speaking voice without noticeable accent. Provide cues for critical elements by using timing and emphasis. This serves as a similar purpose to white space, cutter, headings, bullets, and paragraphs formatting in text. Pace. Set the delivery pace to match demands on the listener. Not too fast, not too slow. Learner control. Allow learner the ability to pause, go back or forward, and re-listen to portions as required. Assist the listener in maintaining ideas in working memory. So include review and summary as necessary. Supplementary materials may also assist in this effort. Assist the listener in organizing the information. So you can start with an overview to provide an orientation. You can provide organizing information during the narrative. Provide supplemental materials such as listening guides. A PowerPoint slideshow might be one example of doing this. Add components that assist the learner in finding or targeting relevant information. This might be accomplished with controls such as chapter markers. This might be done by breaking audio into smaller chunks and providing labeling. Providing supplemental guides or summaries might also assist in this element. So there are a lot of things you can do to improve the educational quality of the audio. So now it's time for you to actually put your hands on and to make an effective instructional audio.